Heyo, it's me again. Probably the person you expected to see when you clicked on this video. I'm playing the Silent. It's fun. I died in Act 1 last time, so I get to choose next 3 combats 1 HP or something else. If we go 4 question mark, we've got decent odds of stealing an elite here. And if we don't, it means we just went hallway fights and went campfire, elite, campfire, elite. That seems pretty good. If we got amazing luck, it would even be possible to get 2 elites off of this. So let's take next 3 combats 1 HP and see what we can get out of Niao's Lament. Alright, this fight, probably pretty easy. What do you know, we did it. Take a deadly poison. Remove a strike. Okay, I can work with that. 2 card upgrades for a bunch of health, that's fine. Basically, Niao's, we would have lost around 20 health to a few fights, so Niao's Lament is just getting us a couple of card upgrades. Defend upgrades are not bad at all this early in the game. We could take the curse, then remove it here. Campfire. We're getting a free elite, it looks like. And then, would we rather go to a shop or to 2 campfires, basically? We're going to 1 event and 2 elites, either way. If we go this way, we could go to the shop afterwards, then we actually do some, like, hallway fights. Whatever. Let's just lose the max HP, play it a little safer. Find out what we can get here. Alright, it is a fight, so we're not going to get 2 free elites, but still, getting 1 free elite is a great thing. We get a potion and a cloak and dagger or a flying knee. I'm going to be a little greedy, take a cloak and dagger. Upgrade. We're against Slime Boss. I'm just going to upgrade our Deadly Poison, that's a damage card, or I could upgrade Cloak and Dagger, it's a damage card, or I could upgrade Neutralize. We like Neutralize. We don't have any damage right now is the thing, and we are going to have to kill the Slime Boss. I don't love the Deadly Poison upgrade here, but assuming we're going to have to play the game at some point, since we're out of Niao's Lament, we got a free, Dead Branch out of it. Bullet Time? It's an interesting rare. We kind of need another attack, though. I like Bullet Time. Let's grab a Sucker Punch. Ugh. So hard to be excited about. Are we strong enough to fight an elite here? I think if we could upgrade the Cloak and Dagger, and then the Dead Branch helps a lot. We do really good against sentries with Dead Branch, so let's think about Gremlin Knob here. Against Gremlin Knob, we probably need the Neutralize upgrade, or the Sucker Punch upgrade. The Neutralize upgrade is, I think, our best shot. I don't know if we can beat Gremlin Knob. I'll take a Maw Bank. Okay, we got sentries. Next turn, we'll have a very defensive hand, which is fine. I think we just take our 10 here and start working on one of the outside ones like usual. So we'll take off its artifact charge, then we'll apply some poison and make it weak next turn and play a strike. The Cinder's Bane gives us a dagger throw, which is a perfectly decent card. We actually could block 20 here. Well, they're only being attacked for 17. So, why don't we do a little damage? I'm fine with taking 1. Alright, so that thing's done for. 2 left. The dazes are going to be a lot less of a problem with Dead Branch around. So let's just play it nice and defensive. Start working on that one. Concentrate is interesting. but I'd rather have the day's exhaust into a malaise exhaust. We could defend and malaise. We block 5, then its strength goes down to 8, then it goes down to 6. Or you could draw a card. I think we need to kill it at some point. Unfortunately, the Masterful Stab just got slightly more expensive. But we can kill that. Get some artifact charge off that. I think we were perfectly fine full blocking here. Alright, that should get us through the fight. We're going to get 3 random cards next turn. I love Dead Branch. Dead Branch is so cool. Okay. There we go. There were a lot of ways to play that turn. That one was fun. Tungsten Rod, whenever you would lose HP, lose a little less. And some defensive options. Burst is another rare that's just a little aggressive right now. But it's good with Deadly Poison, it's good with Cloak and Dagger. I don't think we want to fight another elite here. So we can go to the shop and then some hallway fights, but with the Maw Bank, let's just go to some events. Gold and a curse, no thanks. Right, we're still in the regular fights. Cool. Defend and unload, or Sucker Punch, or Deadly Poison? Deadly Poison is going to do more than 14 damage over the course of a couple turns. Should probably be through the fight here. Thanks to that Deadly Poison. Dealing more damage than the other thing would have. Piercing Wail. Good against Slime Boss, good in general. Not fighting another elite here. Alright, and here's our hard hallway fight. Let's weaken it. Okay, we don't even take one because of Tungsten Rod, so let's just do some damage. 14 poison takes it down to 39. So we don't want to split this turn, we'll split it next turn. And here comes the split. Oh, why not? It'll be fun. Phantasmal Killer. The only time you play Phantasmal Killer. Wow, we do it for 1 strike. That's awful. What's Piercing Wail? Choke is okay. 18, then deflect. Nope, it's not even okay. We can block for 12. They're attacking for 12. That seems like the thing we ought to do. Anyway. I think full blocking here is fine. We'll kill them eventually. We are weak, but that's not too bad. If we burst Cloak and Dagger, it's 12 block, then Survivor finishes the rest, and we get a couple of random cards. I mean, it's not thrilling, but it's a little bit of damage. Next turn, we kill one of them. Alright, it's a long fight, but we're getting through it pretty safely. Dead Branch is giving us the keys to success very eventually. Heel Hook could be decent with 3 sources of weak. We could take a Choke just to do big hurting that we don't really currently have. We could take a flying knee just as one extra attack. It's really hard for us to get a good split on this thing, isn't it? I'm gonna take a flying knee. Ooh, I will absolutely take pain, and then I'll just rest at the campfire. Lose 1 HP whenever you play another card is a lot less bad if you have tungsten rod. I want to make sure that I can survive a big attack, because I don't think we get a good split here. So, let's get up to 34. Alright. Burst me a Cloak and Dagger, I guess. Or I could just Cloak and Dagger, strike flying knee. This gives me an extra card for 2 less damage. It's fine. Tungsten Rod doing great work here. Flying knee or Infinite Blades? I'll take an Infinite Blades. Another Infinite Blades Dead Branch run. Just like one we had pretty recently. Okay, here we'll just do all the damage that we can do. And this turn, hopefully we get a Neutralize or a Sucker Punch. Both is fine. Give me something. I like a well-laid plans. So 13 damage, 20 damage, 22. So we're not going to split it this turn. I'll hold on to a Sucker Punch. Okay, so it's at 8, so it's going down to 82. Let's see what we get here. So this takes it down to 76. We get 5 extra slimes in our deck, but I think that's okay. Hold on to, I guess, whatever does the most damage here. Wow, Pain really loves... Wait a second. Infinite Blades adds a Shiv at the start of your turn. This upgrades at the start of your turn. Does this always upgrade Shiv, or is this just bad luck? Ooh, Storm of Steel. Don't mind if I do. Shame we can't play that choke. We could Doppelganger for better next turn, or we could just get a better split. So these things, it's going to 32, so we only need to deal 16 damage to split these things that are coming at us. We can deal 16 damage to that. And the other one's not attacking. Thanks, Tungsten Rod. MVP. Alright, that one's done for. Hold on to a Skewer. Okay, no. Mark of Warped Tongs is upgrading all kinds of things. I'm just being paranoid. Give me something. Burst Deadly Poison deals 14. So that's better per energy than Skewer, and then we do this. And the fight is pretty much good. There we go. Take a colorless potion, and these are kind of bummers. We could take another burst, but we need good skills to play with it. Take a Tools of the Trade. Help us control our deck a little more. The burst would be good if we had better skills. Like Piercing Wail, Deadly Poison, Cloak and Dagger are fine, but they're not. That's not yet a take burst kind of deck for me. We could try to force a take burst kind of deck. I don't know. Let's take a Tools of the Trade. A little more card control. It's pretty slow and bad, but it's okay. Tools of the Trade does make Hovering Kite a lot better. We could get a Sneckoeye. Currently, not amazing. But the card draw is good. Hovering Kite could be decent to get 4 energy, but I kind of like a Sneckoeye here. Even though our cards are pretty cheap right now, this does on average increase our card cost. It's... Tools of the Trade helps make Sneckoeye better, because you get to get another card to try and get a low cost, or get another high cost. Burst can be good with that. I don't know, maybe Hovering Kite is safer. But I want those big hands. We also have a Gambler's Brew, which helps a lot with that. So we could cash in our Maw Bank at this shop. Could also do it here, get another like 100 gold or so. So let's see. Do some events, elites. Kind of like going to one of these shops later on. We could go to this shop and go to the Super if we're feeling strong. I kind of like left side. Some events in elite, or some events campfire elite. I don't know if this is a fight 2 elites kind of deck yet. We have potential, but not like actual strength yet. This is a good time to burst though. Get some new cards. Tactician is a skill, huh? Well, we can technically flechettes here. I guess we're going to. Extra energy next turn will be decent. Alright. So, it's going to add dazes in our deck whenever we play non-attacks, but that'll be okay. Because those dazes turn into other good things. Let's strike and defend. Tungsten Rod will block the remaining 1 damage. So these are a lot of dazes. So this turn could be very bad. There's one thing that can happen. I think we just neutralize and Piercing Wail. Yeah, that helps a lot. It goes from 31 down to 14. I'm okay with taking 13. I mean, I don't love it, but like, I can work with that. That's a nice Flechettes. We could burst a Corpse Explosion, apply a bunch of poison. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright. I made it through the Chosen fight. Such an interesting deck. Between Sneckoeye, Dead Branch, and Warped Tongues, we got so much randomness to respond to every turn. Concentrate can be decent with Sneckoeye. If it's cheap, and when it's not cheap, you don't play it. I don't know. Relic for a curse. Now this is on turn 1, and we do have 9 cards in hand on turn 1. But I still don't think we want it. I'll spend some money to remove that pain. It's not terrible, but it's just a useless card. So I could burst a Survivor, and that seems pretty good this turn. It does mean we wouldn't get to play Neutralize. We could use our Gambler's Brew, but I kind of want to save that. 3, 6, 9. Let's use a colorless potion, see what we get. Metamorphosis exhausts into something else. I'm actually not sure if we have Sneckoeye. Do these cost 0, or do they get randomized? I think they get randomized, right? Well, regardless. Let's do that. And we can Sucker Punch and Flying Knee. Sorry, Phantasmal Killer, you don't block damage. And you don't always even do damage. Alright, this seems like a nice turn. Predator, defend, defend. Let's piercing ray, I'll see if we get something. So yeah, this... It did cost 0, but Snecko made it cost 3. So that's no good. Predator is really good with Snecko though. And there's a Wraith form. We're kind of trying to kill these things is the issue. I don't know if we're going to be able to kill that one. So let's just focus on this one. I think that one's getting away with our money. I don't know how we can do 52 damage without taking a bunch here. Could just Wraith form. What would we put on top with setup? Probably a... Well, its cost is going to be randomized, isn't it? 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try Flechettes. And then we'll just Wraith form. That one's going to get away, but we just need to kill this, which should be pretty doable. Yeah, we're not dealing 69 damage to that. Its health is too nice. But we got through the fight. Didn't take much damage. Perhaps not any. Predator. Gonna be really good with Snecko. Don't feel like we're taking every possible elite here. I want that campfire. I love a meat on the bone. That makes me feel like I don't need to rest here, and I can upgrade. Cost upgrades are useless. Cloak and Dagger upgrade gets us an extra card from Dead Branch. I think it's Cloak and Dagger upgrade. Just lean into the randomness. We'll play whatever cards we end up getting. Whew. Well, here's a Sucker Punch at a good time. So then Survivor Defend blocks 13. We're being attacked for 18. Or Defend plus Defend, it's the same thing. We do get a Flying Knee. Yeah, I'll take 5. I don't think we need to use a potion for that. Plus, that gets us down to... We block one with Tungsten Rod, so that gets us exactly to 30, so that's actually a pretty good thing to happen. Okay, give me some new cards. Malaise is pretty good here. Yeah, let's cut its strength down. Now we don't take any damage thanks to Tungsten Rod. Our meat on the bone is active, which is good. Prepared is nice. I'll just take a Predator here. It's that or deal... Get some extra cards this turn, but I'd like the extra cards next turn. Alright. So that's... we're not really killing it this turn, are we? Unless... 7, 10... Then that brings us to 20, but this is doing some damage to us. Discarding that gives us energy, right? So we spend 2 energy on this. Or Deadly Poison and Unload, then we're back up to 3 energy, and we could Sucker Punch? Or we could just block. I don't love just block, but I don't see a better option without using our potion. So if we gain 6 block, and then just do the damage we can do. Gets us extra energy, but we can't do anything with it, so we will take 4. This Tungsten Rod blocks twice, which is very nice. It does suffice. Back up to 38. Infinite Blades with Snecko Eye? I mean, sorry, with Dead Branch? It's a lot of chaos. Yeah, why not? Let's fight the slavers. Piercing Whale upgrade is good. Really wish we had more energy. The strikes for free are good. I might use a Gambler's Brew just to try and get a really good first turn here. It's an important fight. And if we're playing Piercing Whale, we're not playing any of these others because they all cost 2. Yeah, this is better. Keep wailing on that. See what we get here. Make it weak. And yeah. Play a Caltrops for free. Piercing Whale plus doing a lot of work there. Just taking 3 damage, which is lovely. That thing's about to make us vulnerable, which we would prefer to stop. So 3, 7, and then another 7 would destroy it, but we don't have the energy for that. If we do the skewer, it happen. All of our cards are very expensive and bad, so I guess we're doing this. So we will take 11, which does get us into our meat on the bone times. Let's see what we get here. Could burst. Burst to Cloak and Dagger plus. I'm into that. That does a lot of blocking, and it gets us some random cards. Plus it does a little bit of damaging. Alright. That's pretty good. I'm going to discard this wound. So 15 plus 9 will destroy that, but we would like to play weak to that. Plus 6 plus 4 will do that, and we could Sucker Punch that, but that would be instead of blocking. Let's go this way, see what we get. Okay. Terror and Survive. We'll take 1. This thing should be a lot easier to destroy now. And we'll get rid of that Envenom. Whoops. 24 damage is pretty good. And then we can do another 20 after that. Plus this, why not? Alright, and that is the Slaver's fight. We can no longer become weak and we get a block potion. Take a Riddle with Holes. Alternatively, we could skip a Riddle with Holes. It is a 2-cost attack, which is nice with Snecko Eye, but we don't have any strength or anything else that makes it amazing. We could take a Reflex, which works with Tools of the Trade and kind of Survivor. I'm down. I'll take a Sapphire Key instead of nothing. Are we feeling like a super here? It's possible. I don't know if we want Infinite Blades turn 1 with Snecko Eye. Upgrade the Reflex, maybe? That way, when we discard it, we get a lot of extra card draw with Snecko. I think it is shopping time. Membership card, excellent. Ninja Scroll gives us a really big turn 1, but we overdraw because we already have 9 cards in our hand, so this only gives us 1 card on turn 1. I would take a Footwork, I'd take a Backflip. I'd especially take them together. Remove a nasty, nasty strike. Specimen. We only have 1 poison card in our deck. I think we'll find other things to spend our money on that will be exciting. But we can take a potion. You know what? We're going to fight 2 hallway fights here. But maybe we want a potion for one of those. Our deck isn't great at doing fast damage, so let's take an explosive potion for some of the hallway fights that could give us trouble. Okay. Seems like a decent piercing whale. Not a bad cloak and dagger either. Let's backflip. So we had piercing whale, cloak and dagger. Oh, whoops. My hand's too full. Just get that a little low. I really want a flying knee, but a tools of the trade seems pretty useful. Takes 0 damage, thanks to our best friend Tungsten Rod. Discard that reflex, it seems awesome. Gets us an extra 0 cost, which is, hey, that's nice. Okay. I'd like to play the footwork, but it does cost 3, and that's no good. If we deadly poison and strike, and explosive potion, we destroy that, but then we gotta deal with this. Survivor Plus kinda deals with that. We could also just not deal with it. Then we take 5. If we explosive potion, this goes up to 18. And we actually take more damage this turn. Because right now Tungsten Rod is happening twice, and that way it would only happen once. There's our footwork. Reflex, doing some good work. Alright. Predator, footwork, defend. Definitely doing that. Definitely doing that. That thing's buffing its strength, which is totally fine. So we could block for 5. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Take 6, or no, take some. I'm not doing a math. Math's hard. That thing's destroyed. We could defend plus blocks 10. Vulnerable is going to take that up to 10 times 2, but weak is going to take it down to 8 times 2, I think. Let's just defend. I think that'll be reasonable. No, it just goes to 7 times 2. Okay. Ooh, free Predator. We're not going to play Survivor for all that energy, but we'll play that Predator. Let's backflip. 0 cost choke, I'm into it. And then we cloak. Slice, so we do a lot of damage. We take 4. I'm okay with taking 4. Our meat on the bone is very active. Our hand is full. We get a tools of the trade. We could burst a defend. Then we still take a lot of damage. We're still vulnerable, which is a shame. If we burst a deadly poison, that deals 14. And then what? We have an explosive potion, so that's 24. Neutralize 28. Not enough damage. We could defend and block potion. Yeah, we don't need to use a potion here. We can just take 3, apply a little poison. It's not our favorite thing in the world, but we're hanging in there. It is making me a little more doubtful about the whole, yeah, let's fight a super elite idea. I gotta discard 2 things. Sneaky Strike is profitable. Seems like an easy fight. We only lost a bunch of health. Prepared is okay, but not good enough to take here, I don't think. The others are fine. Can we beat this super? These potions are okay, but I don't know if we're that strong. What do we upgrade, though? Footwork? We're against the champ. I don't super have a plan to beat the champ. Let's get a couple of upgrades. I guess we just hope that our random cards give us a plan to beat the champ. It's going to randomize our card costs. Oh no. Whatever will we do? So this fight should be pretty easy, because its main debuff is the thing we already do. Yep, we remain confused. We reflex, and we just start playing stuff. That's a good stuff. That's good stuff. We could burst a defend plus after a footwork. And that lets us get the footwork in play and full block. The predator would also have been good. But look at that, we could do one now. Sorry, backflip. Grand finale is kind of a shame to have in our vicinity. But we will carry on bravely. Cool, 0 cost eviscerate. Get rid of that very expensive strike. Play that. 15, 24. That's lethal. Not so bad, not so bad, that fight. Crippling Cloud is very good. Sneaky Strike is actually pretty decent with Sneko Eye and our discard synergies. But I think Crippling Cloud helps us get some poison going. I'm gonna upgrade that. I mean, innate infinite blades is, we've discussed this, it's okay. 7 poison is useful in a lot of fights. So we'll get that super elite later. For now, we're just trying to beat the champ. It seems like a good start. Let's discard a reflex, because why not? 3, 6, 9. So we can do that. That's just tools of the trade and blur. We could also die. 5. We have a bunch of block though. So next turn we are thoroughly blocked. Get rid of that defend plus. Seems like a choke or neutralize. I think we're probably more interested in setting up some continuing weak right now, so that we can play things like footwork next turn if we're able. Besides, it's got a bunch of block. Alright, we get our footwork and discard a reflex. That reflex, I'm pretty happy we picked it up. It's footwork and predator. Lots of predators. It's hard to have too many predators with Sneko Eye. Ooh, alright. These are some good costs. What if we actually Phantasmal Killered here? It wouldn't be very good because next turn we don't have any attacks. That's what would happen. Well, no, we're drawing extra cards. I wish we could have played it last turn. We've got great attacks this turn. And we got a defend plus and a blur. Sorry, Phantasmal Killer, we've got too much good stuff going on here. Alright. So I think we're going to do this. Deflect, awesome. Then we're going to keep the weak train rolling. Then we're going to burst a blur. So now, block is not removed for the next 2 turns, so we can just kind of chill for a little while. If we're lucky, we can keep drawing that blur and keep it going. Phantasmal Killer is back. God help me, I might play it. Let's give it a shot. Keep the blockchain rolling. Well, not blockchain, but you get what I mean. A chain of blocking. Give me a blur. That was worth asking, just in case. Predator, good. What are our odds of drawing a blur if we backflip right now? Or we could just doppelganger. And if we draw a blur and we can play it, it's super hype. But I think if we doppelganger, we're okay here. We're just going to keep getting random cards, and with Snecko Eye, drawing garbage is not going to be too much of an issue. Let's replace that reflex with something else. Now we got a bunch of energy. We got our blur back. We could even burst it. Which is probably what we're going to do. We could burst a malaise, but that doesn't really matter after the split. Wrong card, we're not bursting Phantasmal Killer. I think we'll just keep the defense going forever. Yeah, After Image is a decent power to play here. We'll save the malaise. So this turn, we're only starting with 3 block, but we get to build up a bunch of block. And we can choke, too. So we could Catalyst. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, an extra turn of Blur seems better than 7 poison. Warped Tongs is just going to keep giving us random stuff, so it's hard to predict what's going to be on our deck, but who needs that? Why would we try and predict anything? Another Tools of the Trade basically fills our hand. I mean, we draw 9 cards every turn and discard 2 of them. That seems fine. More than fine, really. So that goes down to 255. It's weak for a while. I guess we found Phantasmal Killer. It's a weird thing to do. But double damage attacks, maybe we get a good split. So let's discard an Accuracy and a Reflex and draw 2 new cards. 3, 6, 9. Huh. I guess we discarded the Reflex first, so there wasn't room in our hand. I didn't realize that could matter. Well, let's start with that. Ooh, a Well-Laid Plans. I'm interested in that. Just in case. We could hold on to a Burst and burst a Blur again. Bursting Blur seems to do a lot for us. Reduce its strength a little bit, because why not? Well-Laid Plans is a great card for this deck. So, the general ammo for the champ fight is you want to use Phase 1 to just slowly set up strong things. And then Phase 2 you just hopefully rush through quickly. I think we've set up some strong stuff here. We finally got a Burst Plus. So we can get 2 blurs. And just double leg sweep for all the block we can have. It's going to go down to 242, which continues to not split. Blade Dance just gives us more random cards. Bane and... We'd play Predator, probably. I actually hold the blur and wait for a burst. We are splitting this turn. We don't have a burst coming for a while. Let's just keep ourselves safe going into the next phase. So it's splitting, so next turn it doesn't do anything, it just buffs. It's trying to make us weak, which doesn't work. It does make us vulnerable, though. Get rid of a Sucker Punch, and it's weird that Reflex drew 2 this time. Interesting. I don't understand how that works. We got a bunch of block going in the next turn. We get Deadly Poison and Catalyst to do a little bit of damage. Flying Knee. There's a 7 and then 14, and that's it. I think we can do better. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, what are we holding on to? Maybe just a Deadly Poison. It's gonna just to get it started on some damage for phase 2. Hopefully we'll draw better stuff, but if we don't... Alright, we're being attacked for 74, which is fine, because we've already got 71 blocked for free. Get rid of the expensive things. I like the blurs here. Ooh, yes, please. Yes, please. We'll hold on to this one for a burst. And if we can keep this up, we're in pretty darn good shape. So we get 23 block, we just keep holding our defense. We're not playing accuracy unless we have a really good reason, such as being tired of playing and wanting to lose. Give me more cards. Bullet time. Don't mind if I do. Pow. So then we can play everything. Piercing Wail is going to just give us extra block with our blur. I guess we'll well-laid plans of well-laid plans. Now it's doing more big attacks, but we start with 27. So that's pretty good. We like applying weak, but maybe not that much. Leg Sweep Plus, excellent. And the Catalyst I'm very into. Ah, that's good. Shame we didn't get a chance to burst the Catalyst, but we couldn't draw the burst until we got the adrenaline that we got from exhausting the Catalyst. It's the circle of life. Burst a Leg Sweep. And a Defend Plus. And then we're blocked for a while. And it's dead. Oh wait, we don't have a blur in play anymore. I guess we have to kill it. Should not be that difficult to do. We just play all the cards at our disposal. And hey, Phantasmal Killer actually did something. Sorry, Explosive Potion, I spent good money on you, and I don't need you anymore. 1000 Cuts is okay. Doppelganger can be pretty good with Snecko Eye. It's just a way to sink excess energy. These bursts have actually been doing a lot for us. I might take another one of those. And it's good with Blur, which isn't in our deck. But it could be in our deck. These are all decent with Snecko. I don't think we need the 1,000 cuts. That's slow scaling damage. I think we can get better, even if it costs on average slightly less. So it's Doppelganger or Burst, and I think the Burst is exciting. Take the potion. Extra energy but less card rewards, or better potions. Honestly, we might have close to enough cards, and with a membership cards, we can just go to shops to get new cards. The thing is, Dead Branch is just giving us our new cards. Okay, the super is in the middle, so we're going that way. So if we're going there, we're going to one of these, so yeah, we could start anywhere. I like event shop. Now if we do this shop, we get 2 events here, and then Campfire Elite. I think that's the way to be. The way to live our lives. And coexist in 3D space. Give me a Crippling Cloud. Not as big a flechettes as it looks like it ought to be. Then we get the footwork. We get the survivor. We can predator this big one right now, and it's kind of hard to attack this thing once it gets more thorns. We could play another defend just to hit it again. I'm okay with that. Now that thing almost certainly dies to poison, if we can get any more damage or poison on it, and there's some more poison. Alright. Could be a decent Cloak and Dagger. Piercing Wail. Defend does some decent work, but let's just get this thing a little low. If we Dagger Spray, we take a bunch of damage, unfortunately, from that darnable thing. We didn't get to poison it this turn, but here's another Crippling Cloud. It is attacking. That's not an issue for me. Extra poison for everybody. Alright. The fight appears to have ended. Such a random run. Yeah, I'll take another Piercing Wail. Thanks, Busted Crown. Footwork, Burst, Cloak and Dagger does a lot. It fully blocks. Wish Crippling Cloud also does a lot, but it doesn't fully block. I do these things. Hold on, if we Footwork, Cloak and Dagger, it blocks for 9, and then it's weak, so yeah, we're definitely fully blocked. Neither of those change what I'm doing here. Yeah, there we go. 14 poison, 4 weak, and we fully block, and we get 3 decks, and we draw 2 extra cards this turn. Snecko popping off turn 1. I guess I'll draw some extra cards with this. Nothing this turn is really inspiring, so let's just get a Tools of the Trade in play. Not usually a card worth 3 energy, but Snecko makes strange bedfellows. That makes sense. Can we kill it? 4, 11, 20, or 16, 23, plus 12? Pop. And that's an Orb Walker taken out. Yes. Thanks, Busted Crown. Chemical X. Do we have any X-Cost cards to start with? No. We seem to get them pretty often, though, and it's pretty cheap. No longer becoming frail seems excellent. I'm going to take this. We're not going to another shop until Act 4, and with a Golden Idol and a membership card, we're going to have all the money we need. So let's just buy all the things. We could remove a strike. We don't have any zero-cost cards that we don't like. I mean, you could remove a neutralize, but it's better than strike. 4 damage and 2 weak is better than just 6 damage when they cost the same amount. We could take a noxious fumes. A little bit of slow poison, but we've got burst, crippling cloud. We might need scaling. Our scaling is basically just getting new cards and playing them. This helps give us other scaling, but it slows down our number 1 scaling. I'm gonna say no. It also costs slightly more than usual. I'll fight you for a rare relic. Especially with 2 potions. We just obliterated one of you. How hard could 2 of you be? Burst Piercing Whale seems good. Burst Cloak and Dagger seems better. Gotta make some hand space first, though. Yeah! Get started on you, then we'll burst the Cloak and Dagger. Shame I can't play any of those cards, but it's cool to see them. Our deck is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as we go through the course of each fight. I can Survivor a Tactician, that seems like a good thing to do. I can Footwork it first, and then I can just play all my cards. And I probably want to weaken this one. It would be nice to have that weak next turn. I could use a block potion here. It's a blood vial and a meat on the bone. I don't know. We're probably going to the elite with this. We can use the block potion later. We're probably not getting another potion before the elite, so we'll just hold on to this. Okay. Burst a Piercing Whale plus. And that pretty much solves one issue for us. Now we just need to kill them. Now Wraith Form is very good. What are the cards we could draw? Crippling Cloud, Infinite Blades, Tools of the Trade. They're pretty good cards to draw. But if we Wraith Form, we can just play them next turn. So next turn we play a bunch of powerful stuff. This one dies, then we just have to deal with that thing. It does have a zillion strength, but ooh, look at these nice cheap cards. Alright, skip the neutralize, just Tools of the Trade and Leg Sweep over here. Thanks, Caltrops, for killing this thing. Now we just got one to worry about, finally. I'd rather have a burn and get more cards, I think. Give me more cards. Poison Stab, Flying Knee, Survivor? Seems pretty decent. Extra energy, extra ongoing damage, extra immediate block and get rid of the burn. So we full block. It's got 9 poison, down to 8, unfortunately. Alright. Get rid of that burn. Probably bursting a backflip here, but let's see what we get. So this will fill up our hand. Alright, we Predator, and then we Predator. And we can strike, I guess. Old coin, all the money. No thanks. You've been offering me some great stuff, Busted Crown, but that one was kind of a whiff. I'm not like criticizing you, I just want you to know. We have enough money, and we don't need more curses. What's our upgrade? Our upgrade would probably be a burst. Or we could recall. We got 2 more campfires coming. Let's get these bursts upgraded. They're doing good stuff for us. Alright. We got a while to set up in this fight. Let's do that. Yeah, we can use a piercing whale here. 20 damage is not that much. We need to get some serious poison going on this thing. I think that's our way to kill it. We could Survivor to draw 2 cards. I don't know, maybe I should have Flechetzed afterwards. Flechetzed afterwards? Wow, what great speaking I'm doing today. Burst plus on a Crippling Cloud and then a Cloak and Dagger? And then this will give us a lot of card plays. Ooh, I really want to do a big Predator, but I think a big Terror might be even more valuable. Hey, Backstab has joined the crew. Thanks, Backstab. We do have a Catalyst in our deck. That's important to keep in mind, especially if we can burst it later. Tools of the Trade good. Uncontroversial. Deadly Poison good. It's already weak next turn. I think we're just going to hang out here. The big attacks are starting. Nightmare could be good if we get a really major card really cheap. We cannot burst Catalyst, unfortunately. Let's get that out of there so I don't have to see it. You know, we could have Nightmared a Catalyst, but the problem is the Catalyst costs so much. We could burst a couple of Defends. Or we could just Footwork and defend, and that does plenty. We could burst. No, we can't burst to Footwork. It's not a skill. Okay, we take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. Alright. Get rid of you. Another Tools of the Trade. Play a Piercing Whale. Backflip gets a lot less good when our hand is constantly at 10 cards, but that's a pretty good problem to have. So we Cloak and Dagger and Backflip. That does pretty well for us. Let's Predator. Hey, there's a Flying Knee. We like those. Then Tools of the Trade, Cloak and Dagger. Alright, take 4. Thanks, Tungsten Rod. Tungsten Rod has, like, absolutely just blocked so much damage for us. Energy? I like energy. Oh, and something else. I don't like expensive things. That's pretty good. But what if I get some slow stacks? Yeah, I think that's the way to do this. Neutralize blocks a lot here. Probably not more than Cloak and Dagger. No, wait, 25% of 50 is more than 11. So 13 times 6 is another good start. Three, 6, 9, 10, so we are full. Okay. Let's just do this, because these could give us skills for Flechettes. And it has. So 17 times 6 is pretty good. We're going to take 13. That actually is reduced to 12, and that puts us below 30, so I'm not going to use a block potion here. Because we're just going to heal back up from meat on the bone. Now we can start using block potions. Let's get rid of a reflex. And a big expensive sucker punch. We could burst a burst plus. I mean, if we burst a burst plus, then we can play these two a bunch of times, but also we don't need to do that to do that. Alright. Get rid of a deadly poison and a quick slash. Then double defend. And we can flying knee and burst just for that, and we'll get 2 extra cards next turn. Not that our hand isn't full every turn, but you know, we're doing it. Extra energy and cool. Alright, we probably need to kill it this turn. If we Envenom and then play a bunch of attacks and then Catalyst, that seems like a decent plan. We have all the energy we could need. Also, we have a Wraith form. But we're not going to need it. Ooh la la. Okay. Good giant head fight. Extra choices and card rewards, so slightly limits the downside of Busted Crown, although it doesn't take effect immediately. Take a duplication potion. Didn't end up needing that block potion, but we had it just in case. Let's fight the transient. Burst Crippling Cloud is 14 poison, and that's a lot of poison. And that makes a lot of the rest of the fight much easier. So we do this. So now it's only going to attack us for like 11. Meat on the bone? I'll use this block potion someday. But like, meat on the bone. Meat on the bone is... It's a block potion for free every fight if we use it properly. Okay, Predator, Sucker Punch is 27. Then the poison will pretty much take care of the rest. Do I need to get the Infinite Blades going? Yeah, let's just block. Give me a card. Or not, that's fine. Alright, if we can get some more poison, this fight will be a lot easier. Hey! Burst a Deadly Poison is another 14. Then we're getting hit a bunch, though. We could Footwork and burst a Survivor. So now block for 11 twice, 22. If we burst Deadly Poison, that's 14 poison, so it's 26. Alright, it's weak. So it's actually attacking for 60. Alright? So we burst a Deadly Poison, it goes up to 26. Then it goes from attacking from 60 to attacking for 34. Then weak brings that down by 25% down to about 25. So then we're being attacked for 25. If we Footwork and burst a Survivor, we block for 22. And we're being attacked for 48, reduced by 25% is 36. So then we take 14. So we take less damage that way, and we can block potion, but then we still have to deal with a few more turns, and if we can get a bunch of poison going, I don't know, but if we get footwork going, that's also pretty decent at blocking extra damage. This is a tricky turn. I could also duplication potion the footwork. Then this is, instead of 11, it's 14 twice, which is 28. Then I'm being attacked for 36, so I'm taking 8. And that's not so bad, but I'd rather use the block potion. So let's footwork, burst a survivor, and block potion. So we take 1, and we just got to get through a couple more turns. Storm of Steel is good. We can expand our hand size with these shivs. Anything that exhausts is good stuff. We could even... wow. More Storm of Seals. But this is just going to give us more random cards. So let's just get more random cards. There's a lot of ways that more random cards could help us set up for next turn. Okay. We got an achievement for playing 10 shivs in a single turn, which is kind of fun. Okay. Okay. And now we bullet time, and we do a bunch of things. So we can dodge and roll, we can blur, we can defend, we can sucker punch. Well-laid plans, and we'll just set up the Wraith form and hold on to the Glass Knife. Glass Knife is a good block card on a future turn. The Wraith form, it gets randomized again, but it was 3 before. Alright. Wraith form is going to do the trick. Alright, just hold on to a block card. We are intangible next turn. That was a very interesting fight. Most of these fights are very interesting with our particular combination of relics. I'm quite enjoying this one. I hope it goes a long way. No, not those. We already got the blue key. So we can get some max HP, I suppose. Let's see if we can get that green key. Burst Crippling Cloud, good. And we can block with the rest. So that's 10 block. It'll be weak, so that's 5 times 3. That's fine. Oh, we get a heal hook. Cool. It didn't matter, but it could have. We get to make it weak for the rest of the fight. We take 5. Pretty happy with that start. Burst to defend plus on a defend. Seems good. And we could also do a piercing wail. Block slightly more, gives us a new card option. New card option wasn't good, but we take 7, get down to 36. You know what? I should have done the math. If we had taken slightly more, if we'd taken 2 more, we'd be at 34, which does not get our meat on the bone active, but I should have considered it. It's not doing anything. Let's play powers. Two extra cards next turn is good. Better than 2 extra cards this turn, because this turn we've already answered. Storm of Seal has entered the run. I'm not going to play a 3 energy strike. Play a heal hook for free though. Ooh, we could do a choke and a Storm of Seal for some big stuff, but then that uses all of our energy. And we do have to block. And it's not like we're going to deal damage to it because it's intangible, so let's focus on that thing that we have to do. We could well-laid plans burst Survivor. That blocks for 22. So we're taking 11. If we... We don't have a lot of great options. We could Storm of Steel and look for better options. Could backflip and spend a lot of energy hoping to get cheaper stuff. Survivor backflip blocks for slightly less than Burst Survivor, but it could get us more stuff. But if we just Burst Survivor, we block 22, so we take 11, putting us at 25, which, you know, at least we go below our threshold, it's fine. Then we well-laid plans the Storm of Steel. Don't love it. We got a lot of expensive cards this turn, but we'll make it through it okay. Hold on to the Storm of Steel so we get our meat on the bone active. And this turn it can be hurt. So that's our plan. Yeah, I'll play one of those. Do you want to burst it? Not really. Now we're fully blocked. I think we do want to play the Predator, and then we can Storm of Steel and just play whatever stuff it gives us. Ooh. Did another Storm of Steel? Yeah. Extra energy. Oh, this is spicy, actually. No, it's not that spicy, because we only get one card, isn't it? Well, it was a fun turn. We blocked, and we did some damage. That regen is such a nuisance, healing 7 every turn. The nerve. We're just going to keep doing damage one at a time. Eventually we'll get new things that we like. If we bullet time and... yeah, bullet time's good. The choke doesn't super matter. Hold on to this for extra energy next turn. Yeah, let's see if we can get some more block. There's a dodge and roll. I would play the Terror if it costs 0 energy, but alas, it does not. Take 0 thanks to Tungsten Rod. That's a good discard. Lots of energy for us. And let's get scared. Or let's get scary, I suppose. I think we can choke. Do a strike. Backflip. If we just neutralize here, we're fully blocked. We could play a Defend Plus, but I kind of want to hold on to it since we're not killing it this turn. That 7 regen is so annoying because it doesn't take damage this turn, but it sure does heal. But it doesn't gain strength or anything, it's just a long fight. And we seem to be pretty good at protecting ourselves every turn. Getting a little extra energy there. A little block. Alright. Let's just put some poison on it. And block. Hold on to a Piercing Whale. It's a good block card. Now let's hold on to a Choke. We're going to try and kill it next turn. Alright. That ought to do it. Such fascinating fights we have here. Blue Candle, Emerald Key. Flex Potion is really nice with Storm of Steel. Distraction? Kind of fits with our whole steez. It just gives us 2 cards, right? We get a skill for 0 and Dead Branch for something else. Wait, no, the cost... but the cost is randomized, so sometimes it costs much more than 0. I don't think we need another Choke here. Okay. Get a little bit of weak, get a little bit of dex. Alright, now we are constricted. Give me a card I like. Here's some cards. Give them. Alright, we could I guess we're taking some damage this turn. We'll do that. So Cloak and Dagger, Crippling Cloud Strike, or Cloak and Dagger Predator. Let's see what this gives us. If we're lucky, it'll give us a way to discard the Tactician. It does. Could go for a Malaise, but Unload will discard it. So let's do that. Could just Blur. But this gives us extra energy to play Predator. Predator doesn't block for us right now. Alright, we take 7, which does put us at our Meat on the Bone number. Meat on the Bone MVP, just gotta say. Probably burst a backflip here. Let's see what we get. We haven't gotten a well-laid plans yet. We're being attacked for 30 this turn, so this will finish off our blocking requirements. Keep it weak, I guess. Why haven't we generated a well-laid plans? I want a well-laid plans. Give me one. Infinite Blades will give us one over infinite time, if we just wait. Alright, we can make it lose 4 strength. It's pretty good. Probably want to block a little more. I'm going to make it vulnerable? This thing doesn't gain strength, so reducing its strength seems like a reasonable investment. Oh, I forgot we had Chemical X, so our costs are increased by 2. I mean, sorry, our effects are increased by 2. Let's discard some things we won't play. I'll play a Terror and a Flying Knee. Never mind. Well-laid plans. We got it. Hold on to a defensive card. Now that it has -5 strength, the fight gets a lot easier. Get rid of a Deadly Poison. Oops. Seems fine. I will definitely discard a Tactician. If I burst a backflip, we draw 4 cards, which probably increases the damage of our deflect. Or flechettes, sorry. So do that. Then I also burst the Blur, and we're safe forever. And the fight should be over at this point. Now it's just a matter of killing it. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a single card or relic that really cares how we end a fight. We just have to end it at all, and it goes. Alright, Unload. Meat on the Bone has healed us for such a tremendous amount. Quick Slash is okay, but we're still not taking it. Give me another event. No Mind Bloom, but I can remove another strike. I'll take a Ruby Key. I might want to upgrade after this. I might want to heal after this. Okay, Reptomancer. I might want to heal after this one. But this is a good first turn. Alright. Give me an option. That's a pretty good option. Yeah. A lot of good zero-cost cards this turn. Ooh, I could burst plus a Crippling Cloud. But the footwork is also good. But killing these little ones is very important, and making that thing weak forever is very important. I could burst plus a Crippling Cloud, then a backflip and hope for zero-cost stuff. But then we're not playing our footwork. But I think it's still the thing to do. Draw me some cards. So that's 8 this turn and 7 next turn, so Masterful Stab will kill either of them. We could Piercing Wail just to exhaust it, but we'll save it for a future turn. The interesting thing is, even though we've got like so many random cards that enter our deck itself, like 25 cards, but with Snecko Eye and Ring of the Snake, we draw through it really fast. Okay. So that one's dead. 12 times 2 is a bit of an issue. Crippling Cloud will kill that one, and then these are not that scary, especially because it makes them weak. Let's do that. Okay. Let's see if we can... We need 17 damage to kill that. So this is 7, 13, and if we play one Shiv, it'll do it. We could also just do it with a Deadly Poison. We're going to play this Cloak and Dagger anyway, aren't we? We don't have any great, cheap defensive options. So let's just do that. One of those. Escape Plan, that's fine. Shame we can't discard the Tactician next turn, but maybe we can. We draw a lot of our deck next turn. And if we poison that, it dies next turn without attacking, and next turn it would do a big attack. Seems pretty good to me. So this thing is still hitting us, but not that bad. We are at our magic number. Well, 34. Yeah, no, 33 is our magic number. So now, let me just focus on hurting this one this turn. Dodge and roll for 4 seems less inspiring. We could also back and flip and Cloak and Dagger and try and play a bunch of other stuff, or we could just get a better next turn. It is summoning. I really want next turn to be strong. Alright. Extra energy is very welcome. So 12, 18. If we wanted, for 3 energy, we could obliterate one of these. Or if we just footwork, defend, defend. That does something, right? Probably good in Venom. Get working on this one. So it's 12, 20. Oh yeah, that's more than plenty. That's 3 energy, but 3 energy can block for more. Might want to dupe potion our footwork this turn. We're getting harmed. So then I could just triple defend with... Sorry, double defend. So I'd get 3 dexterity, so it'd be 8 block and 8 block twice, 16. So then we're getting hit pretty hard. We're getting hit for 43. We don't die. But we're in great danger of dying. It's a powerful potion, but let's go ahead and use it. It's a difficult fight. I thought about just using the footwork once and then duplicating one of the defends, but I think this is the compromise. Okay, these things are attacking very hard. Okay. Might burst an escape plan? Yikes. Like this, huh? Our next skill is doubled. So we could strike and then malaise that. No, we could probably just do a defend here. These things are going to die from attacking us. So that locks for 28. So 37, and we're being attacked for 43. I mean, I don't love it. That's what we got. Oh, no, I should have malaised. We have Chemical X. That would have blocked damage for us. There's a Piercing Wail, though. Yes, we get to discard them both. More cards and more energy. Alright. So this turn, we're going to Burst plus a Piercing Wail. And then probably a Malaise, right? I could kill one of these little ones. I could kill both of them and then Malaise the big one. I mean, it doesn't quite die, but it's very easy to make it die in the future. We could make it die right now. Let's put a little extra damage on the big one. Alright, we have made it through this fight. I think we've decided we probably want to rest at the end of this, and we did use a very valuable potion, which is a bummer, but we are through it now. Hopefully. Alright. Burst Defend blocks for more than Leg Sweep. Draw in case we get 0 cost, but we did not. This turn it probably summons. Nope, it keeps attacking. Oh, whoops, I want to discard these. Alright. What a battle. Normal enemies get an extra card reward. That will never happen ever again. Dash, just as a block card? I might take Dash just as a block card. Could upgrade a Burst, but I think I need to heal. Such a fascinating run. I keep saying that, but it's because I keep feeling that and thinking it and believing it in my heart. I did get a skill potion. So we could Burst plus, a Defend, and a Defend plus. And then play a Tools of the Trade. That's 13 twice. And then do that. Next turn, maybe we'll get a Reflex. It's... okay, instead of just saying it's interesting, I'll say this run is very reactive in a way that I find cool. Because in a lot of runs, you're really planning ahead. And in this run, we're planning ahead, but we're also very much just seeing what we get. We could Burst a Burst. We could Burst a Crippling Cloud, and that gets through the artifact charges and makes that weak. And then we could Burst a Survivor. Or Burst a Cloak and Dagger. We could also just Burst both of these and block more, but I think it's important to get through the artifact charges. Let's think about it. If this is weak, that goes down from 15 to 11 times 2. And then if we Burst a Survivor, that's 16. Or we could Burst a Cloak and Dagger and see what we get. No, but we can't Burst both Cloak and Dagger and Crippling Cloud because we don't have enough energy. So if we Burst, then this gives us 2 Burst stacks. So it's the same as playing them separately. 11 times 2 and we block 16 seems good enough to me. Plus this could give us something. Alright, we take a little bit of damage. And hey, we get our Chemical X. But not that bad. Now our Piercing Wails are good. We could just Piercing Wail and defend. It's not good enough, unfortunately. Well, if it loses 6 strength... It's at 15 times 2, so it'd go down to 9, and then weak would make that 6? 6 times 2 or 7 times 2? It does kind of matter. You could also just footwork and then burst a backflip. And that blocks for 16. And draws us cards that could cost 0. Nope, we can't afford that. I'm gonna skill potion here. Alright. It blocks pretty well. Could also calculated gamble and hope for better. I'd like to play our Infinite Blade, but not if we can't block. Maybe we'll just save that for later. Kind of a whiff on a 0-cost skill. Alright, give me that energy. I could burst a dodge and roll. And a Cloak and Dagger. I like that. That blocks for 18. Well, it blocks for, okay, 9 plus 7 is 16, so 32. And we're being checked for 36. That's pretty good. And it still leaves us energy to neutralize if we want to. So that's... Let's go ahead and do that first to make hand space. We could play a Caltrops and a Flying Knee. This does a little extra scaling damage, a little extra energy. These things are going to scale their strength pretty hard, because our deck does seem to be quite slow. But we are consistently doing powerful things every turn. We could Flex Potion at some turn, but I'm thinking that might be an Act 2 elite, Act 4 elites kind of thing. We could burst a really big malaise. It's going to be 3 energy, but actually 5. So twice, so remove 10 strength. Yeah, it seems worthwhile. See if we get free stuff. Nope. But we get free stuff there. So this thing is weak, so now we're just trying to kill that one. So every other turn is... Some of our turns are not nearly as dangerous as the others. We burst plus a defend. Plus, that's 22 block. We do a Piercing Wail. Let's just double this. Play it safe. Alright, next turn. Our deck is up to... I don't know how many cards. More. Our hand has 3, 6, 8, 1 in here, so that's 9. So 34 cards. We started with 26. Just keeps going up. But we got some big attacks this turn, so we're going to play them. Poison, We're already blocked, so just get the extra energy and the extra block next turn. I'd like to draw a Piercing Wail next turn, so I am not going to Calculated Gamble. That thing is buffed their strength again, but you never know, maybe we'll get another Malaise. Alright, not Phantasmal Killer. Helps a lot. Ooh, a Corpse Explosion. We're not going to play it. I think we'll play it the next time we come through our deck. So we could block for 11 right now, which brings us to 18. Then we being attacked for 8. Or we could Calculated Gamble and just hope we get a better defend, which we probably do. Good enough. I mean, not incredible, but we'll take it. Hey, we got our meat on the bone active for next fight at least. Let's get rid of that reflex. Alright. So the Corpse Explosion is in our next draw pile, so it's going to be a little while before we're ready to kill that. I think we just play Flying Knees when they cost 1. We could burst a Survivor and that fully blocks. Getting a little spooky here. Just, this one has 12 strength, and that's a lot of strength. Like, see there how it's attacking us for a bunch? I don't love it when it does that. So that's 11, 18. So 18 times 2. So then we're just got to deal with the other 9 times 2. That'll do it. Okay. We made it through this turn. Then we get to double dodge and roll, which is going to help a lot for the following turn. Let's see what I get here. Nothing that consequential. But we're only taking 1 damage. Thanks, Tungsten Rod. Okay. So we could draw our Corpse Explosion any day now. I get some energy. Okay, I would like to kill this thing while it has Corpse Explosion active, but I'm also fine with just killing it normal and then killing this thing. That's probably safer. Oh, we're only discarding 1. So if we burst plus something. Let's do that there. Burst plus our burst plus. Why not? That didn't seem to do anything, but we're blocked. And if we Predator, we could Skewer to deal another 14, so then it's at 3 health. So that's pretty easy to deal with. So either we draw a Corpse Explosion this turn, or we don't, but we don't have to deal with that attack. And we got it. Alright, nothing else matters. Whew! That's the fight. Corpse Explosion. On death, deal damage equal to its max HP to all enemies. Alright, that's the first one. This one's a little tricky. It's just going to keep gaining strength. I hope we get some Malaises. If we can get some early Malaises, we're in great shape. Because you can see we play a lot of cards every turn. I could block 1 or I could save a card play for later. I'm going to save a card play for later. Burst Survivor? Okay, we got 3 card plays left. These are good card plays. I almost want to play that, but Piercing Well is important to block here. Take 0 times 3. Thanks, Tungsten Rod. Incredible relic. Just cannot emphasize that enough. Kind of want to play a Cinder's Bane just to get a new card, but it is a wasted card play. Am I okay with taking 13? I don't love it. Let's give this a shot just in case. Okay. Worth it. Alright, we're fully blocked. Let's make sure it's weak next turn. Extra energy is cool if we're trying to play as many cards as we can, but usually we're not doing that. This is a tricky choice, actually. Tools of the Trade is very nice for our deck. Deadly Poison is good, but this lets us play our discard synergies every time we draw them. Like that. Okay, Burst Plus. Do we want to play this twice? No, we want to neutralize first. And we only get to play it once. It does give the enemy strength, but slight net positive for us. Okay. Trucking along, it's up to 4 strength. Hmm. 10 poison, or nah, it's the extra weak. It's kind of a free card play. I don't know if we want to give it that. I think we can deal with next turn with 5 card plays. This is a tough fight. Who knew a deck that relied on things like shivs would have trouble with Time Eater? Okay. So Burst Plus, Defend Plus, Defend Plus. Knocks it up and gets us out of here. Or we could Dash Plus, Defend Plus. And then we actually don't have to split it right now. Next turn we're getting 3 defensive cards. Yikes, this enemy is mean. I don't like it. Okay, 11 block, and... Alright, we're full blocked. It's about to split, and we gotta figure out what to do after that. The energy is a start. I'd love to burst a Deadly Poison, but we're gonna do a Defend here. And we will play this. I think we can play a Slime. Get it, turn it into something else. Alright, block this turn, and then it splits. I want a malaise, that's what I'm telling you. Do you want to split it right now? Nah, we can just play 2 cards next turn. Infinite Blades seems kind of bad. But we might as well have it, I suppose. Alright, 240 health left. It has 8 strength. Wow, this hand is very slimy. We could give it strength and play all these shivs. The thing is, if we don't play these shivs, later we have a bunch of shivs. But it has a bunch of block right now. We can get more shivs for a flex potion later. Oh, this turn is so rough. Give me a new card, that's good. I need to play these slimes just for new cards. Alright, it sucks, but we're doing it. Take another 3. Thanks, Tungsten Rod. Tungsten Rod is doing its absolute level best to keep us alive here. Ooh, Burst plus a deadly poison. We have to block. So that's 22, we're being attacked for 39. So 22. Then we could play this for 30. I think it's worth it to get that extra poison. And hey, we get it. Anyway. So we're finally doing, getting a little started on killing it. It's going to be really hard for us to destroy this boss unless we start getting powers that are very good. Alright. I don't know, maybe I should be playing less cards? Maybe I should be playing more cards? This turn I'm definitely playing all the cards that I can play. I need to harm it. That's good. Ooh, that's nice. This is gonna be so close. Draw me good cards. Draw me good cards. Stop blocking. 30 times 3. Alright. Probably it in a bad way. That one was real close. Dang you to heck, Time Eater. Dang you to heck. That was a very fun run. I wish I were better at it. Hope you enjoyed watching.